trilogy of the series Shatter Me. It's such amazing books, and I definitely recommend you to read it if you haven't read it. That's very unfair that some Akatarian force win so trendy, and about these beautiful books not so much people heard. I think that's very unfair. Right, I know that there are 6 books, right? But I read only 3 books, and I understood that it doesn't make sense read 4th and 5th and 6th because some people just can't stop. Love story in these books already ends. So for what to continue, what I'm going to learn there, what I didn't learn before. I understood others books is more concentrated for the war and for other stuff. First look what I like in this book, like actually a lot of stuff. I like that it was few characters, right? It wasn't many characters. I like that almost whole story was concentrated for love line. First it's Juliet and Adam, next it's Juliet and Warner. There's only a few characters, right? The most important is Adam, Juliet and Warner and Kenji, but Kenji just a friend. And the whole story is circling between 3 of them. And that's, I think, amazing. You don't need so much use your brain when you read this book. You need only use your emotions and feelings, and that's amazing. That's why we're buying these books. So what I like, not so much going on in the books, no cursing verse. It's very cool world. It's post-apocalypse, it's utopia, everyone's suffering. It's like everything how I like. Warner is psycho and villain, and until the end of the 3rd book he almost carried all of this, and that is fantastic. I'm so happy that finally it's like a villain who is admits that he is a villain, but on the 3rd book you already see that he is turned to the good boy. And good boys, they're not interesting. They're not interesting at all. They can be extremely strong, they can be extremely handsome, but still they are boring. I don't want to read them in the books. So I'm happy to have them in the real life, but I don't want to read in the books because books is fantasy. Books is imagination. There's what is different with reality supposed to be, and that's what we like to read. There's difference that you can try something different, and what I will enjoy to read that is some crazy psycho villain, and he did like this, right? And some another girl who he loves. And that's would be in some way, I think, more interesting and entertainment, because we see it's Adam. Adam is good boy. Your emotions to him, you bored or you annoyed of him. That's it. That's it. That's what is good boys usually. That's why it's not interesting. I see that 3rd book is ending of the story, and I enjoy read it, right? But I see that 4th, 5th, and 6th it wouldn't be so entertainment anymore. I did what I'm doing not so often, right? I will read what it would be a 5th and 6th book. I was curious and I thought like, okay, my intuition says stop, but maybe I need to continue. And when I read what is about 5th and 6th book, I so much regret because I just started up to what I'm actually reading, what my choice of books actually can say about me, right? Because first 3 books, it was logic, it was entertainment, I enjoyed it, but 5th and 6th book, I'm just so happy that I didn't buy right away a whole series, because 3 books, it would be perfect. It's what you need. 5th and 6th books, it's already remind me fever dreams, right? When you have a high temperature and your dreams became very crazy. So that's what is 5th and 6th book. Really, you just like need to understand when you need to stop, and this is that moment, right? But still continue to talk about 1st, 2nd, and 3rd book, and they're amazing. and I like absolutely everything. I like that it's changing locations. I like people there. I like Kenji. He is so good friend. Usually, I don't so much enjoy read about friends in the books. What it can be, right? We know that they for sure would be loyal and they would be good and blah blah blah. But here I was enjoying because Kenji, he is interesting character. So I enjoyed read about him also. What I don't like, I actually can say exactly what I don't like. In general, I spent a really good time with these books, and if you are struggling and don't know to buy these books or not, definitely buy, because I want that you will enjoy the same like me. Yeah, I even more will say that probably I even will reread these books because Agatha Force Queen will be happy to read all of them, and probably I will give them to some library because I'm not planning to reread them. Here, everything what I like a lot is dialogy. I think I will reread and reread and reread it sometime in the future. And you have these emotions, you know, what it would be next, how it would be. Is she would be with him or she would be with Adam? She with him because she can only touch him and that's it. And let's be honest, Warner is a really cool guy here, and you even wouldn't say that he's 19 years old because he is here more like 30 years old. In general, they be here more like 30 years old, but actually that's another plus that he is 17, 18, and 19, so they kind of the same age, and this is what I like a lot here too. I like that in general they're kind of regular guys with regular names. If you want something different, if you want more to feel, more to enjoy of the love story, so that's books for sure for you.